Greetings. Just making sure we are live. Alright, thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. It's going to be a message from Spirit and from the Orion Blue beings. I got some information, but not a hell of a whole lot, so I'll go into that. Bring them in. So, yeah, this is brought to you by the Fifth Dimension. Of course, recorded in the Third Dimension. This is Spirit Guide here. So, yeah, the energies are not exactly the best. Haven't been great Friday, Saturday, and today. So resting, it has not done much good, so I have to do some other stuff. So it's been a lot. Yeah, the weather changes, and I've been going through changes. So just like spiritual changes. So either way. All right, for tonight's connection. Let's see. I already forgot what the title was. Oh yeah, Stairway to Spirit. Stairway to the Spirit World. Okay. Alright, actually I probably should change the title to Timelines. Once again, I mentioned timelines before, and we'll go into that through my spiritual shop, connect to your timeline, and at least as a future connection would do. Connect to your timeline, and you can say if we're seeing blockages, but we'll work on that down the road. For the spirit world, as for timelines, time paradoxes, such as mentioned this yesterday, and this is coming from them. 9/11 had a lot of paradox energies. Basically, during that time, there's a lot of shifts going on, so different events were occurring. And even a lot of blockages to stop further ones to occur, which was in the plans. I believe a couple of days later, after 9/11, it was all stopped. And I want to say it's always by the government. Of course, and there's a lot of mind control that goes on with that. We're not going into details of who or what was involved. Well, we'll see what they bring in. But we're going to other Sandy Hook, also as a sensitive subject matter. As for the events, there's a lot of time paradox. Basically, other vortexes were brought into that environment to make it a very sketchy environment. You see blocking situations, too, of what was going on there, let's put it that way. And it does go on for major events. As for a lot of it is there to block the government as for what they're about to do or what they're about to occur on. Such as in the 9/11 situation, was there to, of course we're coming up to that, I guess that's why it's coming up. Yeah, there's a lot of government, well, obviously, yeah, done by the secret government that is, yeah, very well hidden. And not even your alphabet agencies, CIA, FBI, even had really a clue. Of course, there's other vibrations behind it. Like I say, there's a lot of Anunnaki energies behind it also to basically cause our society to, depends on how you look at it, to go further into darkness. Not to say we're not doing much better now, but we are, say now the state of fear was really the most important, which had stopped a lot of other events to occur, because the fear event energy was already pushed out there. So now we're going into more reactivating ourselves to the higher dimensions. As you notice, nothing like that has occurred, at least at that scale. Of course, there's atrocities across the planet, of course, that are very well hidden. Over time, the Arab world will go into a healing phase. Instead of going against each other, become more of a family energy. Once the manipulations do end, when humanity is ready to release themselves from that blockage. And it's a possibility of happening it, and was my timeline. Of course, I've seen the number 80, which I wasn't expecting to live that long, but the number 80 comes about, so it's going to be a while. And that is another area to expect a lot of alien activity, because that is causing a lot of blockages. Notice how the Arab world is used as a villain. You know, 9/11 was used as the villain. Now Russia is the villain, but most of the Arab world is still being used as a villain. So they need a villain to keep the low vibration third dimension going, the story going. So when the Arab world begins to heal, you'll see great change, and yes, alien visitations instantly. Once the darkness is removed, though, it's going to be a while, of course. So yeah, to be yeah, this is obviously going to take some time, but the timelines are coming into. Of course, it's the Arab world. Europe is a little bit more open-minded than the United States. The United States is very closed-minded, religious, fear-bound. Not all, but quite a few. Basically, major corporate mind control. If you don't believe, just look around. Even alternative media is under corporate mind control. Because they're still not going into full stories, so there's still mind control. Even if it's different, there's still some of the energies. It's just kind of like, even if you do get the truth, you don't know if it's foolishly the truth. Not really. You have no real evidence of it, usually. Even with spirit stuff. Not really. We talked about aliens and all, you don't really see them physically, so you're just kind of going on intuition. It's the same thing with alternative media, of course, too. So, of course, everyone's connected to different things because everyone's connected to different timelines. So you're going to get different scenarios. It's just the way it is. You're not going to be able to get out of that. It's just the way all worlds work. It's just ours is a little bit harder to see it. So as humanity goes to the higher dimensions, you'll see more of the timelines more clearly. And it's actually kind of fascinating seeing different versions of an event happen in front of your eyes. And we are seeing it now. It's just at a 3D level. We feel like it's happening on one timeline. It's actually happening on several. I'm getting to number 4. So when you see one event, it's actually 4 timelines going on at once. This is why I always get different perspectives. Now you got the idea. It's always going to occur. It just, on the higher dimensions, you see it easier. And it's easier to see what's going on. In our dimensions, like it's all mashed in together and it looks like a nightmare in some ways. So you're always going to get these different points of view. It is just a part of life, really. Because there's so many of us. And if we all saw it the same way, what fun would that be? Of course, the different dimensions are connecting to us too. So many, obviously in the 3D environment, are going to have difficulties digesting a lot, in the 4D, I imagine. But we are going into the architecture of our existence. It's just many aren't believing that. Eventually, it will come through more clearly. It will come through channelings at first, understandings of it, and then you can connect to it to your own vibrations. And slowly it will start to show. As for the alien energies being seen on your planet, it is so the human has to unlock itself. And many are. And many more others will follow. It has to unlock yourself from the 3D environment. Oh yeah, that's right. Alright, I'm connected to spirit, but I'm going to add this. I should put that in the title of this thing. I forgot, but that's alright. I don't want to wait on it. It's a channel text I'm working on. I'll briefly go into it, but I might do this one tomorrow then. It's a Illuminati church in Astral. Notice how my signal just broke down as soon as I got into that. Illuminati church in Astral, where I did see like billions of people in that church. Not everybody's there, but quite a few. Basically feel like they're not good enough for the higher dimensions. So the negative Illuminati, no, there's positive there too. So it looks like a Catholic church, but with Illuminati symbolism. Doesn't have any religious symbolism in there. It doesn't mean it has a Baphomet. Some might see it has a Baphomet. I didn't see one, but This is what's going on. Souls here on third dimension level don't feel like they're worthy of a higher dimensional point. Not yet, at least. So, and they go through tests, and you can see priests of the illuminati, the negative ones, they turn into creatures, and they send them back in. Either they send them back to our world. I know it sounds really out there, but not necessarily. When you see humanity and their belief system, that's all fear-based. It's like it's coming from somewhere. It's like it's all just 3D fear. All the spiritual stuff is all nonsense, and we're in this prison. It's like you're there for a reason, and we are having illuminati mind control all across the planet. It's like it's not just in little areas; it's everywhere. And it's positive and negative, but usually the negative is where we're warning the most. So of course you're obsessed over it. We're not ready to let it go. That's where all the warning is. Of course, you have the positive to pull us out of it. But yes, basically the illuminati priests are kind of setting your destination to this earth and to do their thing. So a lot of souls are involved with this. And some might be able to pick this up, but Saul, it's like, what am I looking at? So this is a channel text that's coming up. And it makes a lot of sense. I'm not to say everybody is involved with this. Of course, there's a positive side to it, too. It's not all negative. It's just this world is the prison world, of course, so many have lost their keys to get out of it. To unlock the door. Not ready to unlock it, as you can see. So, I figure I'll put that out there. Future, let me write it down for you. So that was fascinating. Yeah, that's nice and creepy. But it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, it's an astral. It's not here physically. But some might be able to see it in astral. Or physically within your own energies. Yeah. Anyway. I figure I'll put that out there. Yeah, because we're part of a fear-based society. It is like we're drenched in it. It's not exactly the most fun reality, far from it. Our version of fun is not really fun. It's kind of like a third-dimensional fun. It's like a fear-based fun. It's like the thrill ride is releasing the negativity, and you don't have to go on a roller coaster to experience intense situation. You just tell people to believe in aliens and guides and spirit guides and angels, and your life's not going to be exactly pleasant. So you want a thrill, there's a thrill right there. So how many in the third dimension are connected to that? Not many. Well, at least those in the mainstream. Not yet. So yes, all of this will go mainstream eventually when humanity gets over itself. Especially when you see the bicycle of third dimension finally starts to fall apart. It's already doing it right now. Just many have not realized it. Cave put it back together, squeaky clean. Wonder Woman movies aren't that exciting. Music isn't that exciting. And on and on. There was a big fire in Brazil of a museum that went on fire. That was the other thing I was seeing. Is that some of these places we might destroy. Just because we don't need it anymore. So I'll put that out there. I mean, obviously, it's all going to be preserved, and I mean, this is just a movie. You can go back in time, it's preserved, it's fine. But in our reality, some things we need to get rid of for us to upgrade. It's just better. It's just the way it is. It's just... It's not that we're here to destroy, it's just we don't need it anymore. And it's just good to just get rid of it altogether. So, just putting that out there. What that is, we guess we'll find out. But, highways, at least in North America, all this interstate stuff, that'll go eventually. We won't need it anymore. So, yeah. Things like that. But, there's either way. And let's see, yeah, high vibrational temples will be start appearing. As people connect more to their higher vibrational self, be able to connect to the information of that. And yes, you will have different timelines to connect to. It's just the way it is. It's just a way of creation. It's just a way of life. It's always going to be several timelines. We are always living through different timelines. You say yes, another version of you just said no. So it's just the way it is. Another version is short, another version is tall, etc., etc., and other realities. And so it's like if you don't do it in this reality, another reality will take it on. So it's just we're always experiencing these other versions of us. Doesn't mean you have to tap into it all the time, but sometimes we need to tap into it to bring out an understanding of what's going on here. Yeah, we are in a fantasy reality. Higher dimension is a fantasy world, basically. Third dimension is the prison. But, at least in our regard, it is. Not all third dimensions are prisons. Just ours is, because, well, there's others, but ours is because it's just not exactly easy to move around. Well, it's like, oh yeah, that was an example I came in. It's like, you know, if you can sleep or relax for 6 months, just do nothing, just rebuild. How many will, like, can't do that? Well, you can do that, you just won't be able to eat ever again, and hopefully like being homeless. It's like, you know, if you don't think this is a prison planet, look at those factors. Of course, if you don't mind living on the street, maybe that is, you know, that's not prison at all. I mean, technically it isn't, but, you know, it's just all these little situations here. This is what we're here to remove from our reality, is let us do what we need to do. Yeah, and some might get more lazy, but, you know, it's better than this. It's like, make it an easy, better life for everybody, health-wise, mental-wise. And some of us are just going to go into a leisure mode. Of course, many will still work, but work when you want to, and it's enjoyment. It brings fulfillment. So you go to work, it's like, I'm not getting any fulfillment. I'm not getting anything. Just a cardiac arrest. So, yeah, you can connect to what you brings fulfillment to. You will always want to do something because it brings you excitement. So, in this world, it's yeah, going backwards as usual. So, if you're not believing this whole prison reality, well, there it is. Obviously, you can break through it, use your powers, of course. You are the key to your success in removing it. Not everybody's meant to remove it right away. Of course. So, somebody in the spiritual community, at least those that are in a popular area, some of them, of course, are quiet know-it-alls. God, I guess that will find its light eventually. It's disgusting out there, but either way. Listen to the spiritual community. Some can be not who they say they are in public, and then you get to know them. It's like, it's acid rain every day. So, just the way it is. Yeah, 'cause some of them want to become Eckhart Tolle and stuff like that, and I don't care about any of that. But some do. So, give you more example of where I'm coming from. I'm picking up some of that as I talk. So, fun world it is connecting to all of this. I guess it's just like anything else. It's not easy. Speaking of, we'll take a break from that for a second, or reconnect. Yeah, it's gonna be a while before I get used to this. ZimonTower.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. We have the calendar here. We have learn how to channel. There's a Google Hangout, Zoom, and channeling by phone. We also have the shop for 7 days. 7-day delivery. Hopefully. My energy's been down today, so we will see on catching up. We also have Spirit Social, same situation here. Other channelers and healers I do recommend. We have the Social Network and the Jake Comic, and more of that will come out eventually. Yeah, I'm working on it. So, alright, the Orion beings, we'll go back to spirit, going to go a little bit back and forth here and there. I can move the keyboard now. The blue beings from Orion, hopefully I have enough energy after this. Alright, wait a minute, one moment. Before I go into that, any messages from the spirit world for us? Just know what you want in life. Take it slow. Many souls feel like they need it now. Realize everything's right here with you. Trusting yourself. Clearing through the boundaries of the 3D life. Many of you are allowing this physical reality to dissipate, disappear. Not let it control you, as you are moving it away, slowly. As yes, there's traffic in your way, you can connect to the higher energies to understand why you are in that place. Part of it is just for you to slow down and learn patience. And some of them have grown a great amount of patience being in traffic for hours upon hours. Different ways of connecting to, especially in your world of your fast-paced reality, having a traffic jam is actually a blessing, because some can just relax, listen to the radio, and connect with people. Some do, especially when you are in a parking lot situation when you can't move, which many are. So there are different ways how your reality, many of you are finding your true calling. It is in the little details of your life that are serving you in a way that many do overlook. You are not necessarily there to see it. If you do notice, that's fine. It is the small details helping you grow. So yes, location. There's many details for intelligence. Many feel like, yes, they have all the knowledge in the world and not a friend around them. As some do feel like they need to brag to show how important they are, when in truth they have nothing but insecurities about their existence in life. So yes, some will destroy everyone just so everyone can look at them as if they're someone of great intelligence. But once again, within they are not full of life. They can fake it, and many do. The genuine energies you can easily see. And those that are, yes, very superficially friendly, is showing they are hiding their backstory. They're hiding themselves. As usually that friendly face is a two-face. A face of great misery, actually. So there are cases where those that are the happiest they are is actually the most miserable of them all. But doing everything they can to hide it, because their insecurities is right behind that face. It is beating them to put that smile on to hide all of this misery. That is the architecture of your world. Yes, it's very difficult. As those individuals do grab on to those that aren't insecure and do acknowledge their faults and wonder, why can't I be like that? We wonder the same thing. It's a process of basically relaxing and not to caring what others think. And that's another problem with your society, as many have difficulty. They're always caring what others think, putting on this persona of perfection. It's time to, yes, be yourselves. That's what matters most. We are from Spirit. Blessings. That's nice. Yes, yeah, some are wondering about my mission here. Oh yeah, that's right, doing a video every day. I got nothing else to do. Of course, I can answer questions. I do that until I exhaust myself. But yeah, 3D doesn't really have anything I never really cared much for the third dimension. So doing this and getting rid of the third dimension, I'm all for it. It's like I'm all for it. 3D, I'm not. It doesn't. There's nothing to do here. People get on a roller coaster and they go scream, and it's like I don't see that. You know, they go to Disney World, and wait in a 6-hour line for a 2-minute. You know, sit in a 6-hour line for a 2-minute ride. That is a bunch of nonsense. It doesn't have air conditioning. I give it that, but that's about it. Yeah, it might be good for kids, but it's so boring as hell. Yeah, so it's like this place is kind of dull. So doing this, bringing in spirit, aliens, anything but this nonsense. You know, watching the mainstream media just dissolve would be nice on its own. But basically connecting more to ourselves. Of course, this is the mission, but I have no problem being a part of it, definitely. Yeah, I always wonder too, like, why now, why not before? Well, it comes down to timelines, the universe, I don't know. But it's beyond our comprehension. It has a purpose. Everything has a purpose for everything. So, you know, if you concentrate on that, you probably lose your mind. That's why the spirit world, they can see things a lot more clearly than us. We can't see. I can barely see right now that clearly. So, you know, but we come here obviously to see we fog everything out, and that's the adventure of it. Eventually, life will get less boring. Right now, it needs to, because of the negativity. When things are going to speed up when the negativity shifts out, but a lot of things have to change before that happens. Like the media has to be more friendly or useful. Useful is good. Because it's not really it doesn't have any use really other than programming. But it can bring a light language, a positive energy from that, and just a society, you know, slowly becomes more of a high-dimensional hippie, basically, without the drama. Well, some need drama, but other way. And that's a problem with a lot of spiritual groups that comes back in again. Is like some dudes like, oh, I can do this better than you and all that nonsense. Oh God, I'm gonna take my ticket off this planet. It's like, jeez. So I guess that's just a growing pain. That's growing pains for that. So we got a while to go, because when in 4D reality, nobody cares about who's better than what. We just all learn from each other. So it's very 3D. It's very reptilian, actually. Type of mentality. So obviously a lot of insecurity. There's plenty of that going around, that's for sure. So alright, the blue beings from Orion, I just had to bring them in because I don't know anything. They're not telling me anything. I got a little bit of glimpse of, but not much. Alright, blessings. And here we go. Greetings to you. We are the Orions. We are known as architects. As yes, we are part of the assembly of your current reality. Not so much your past, but your current world. You can say your corporate connections. But also to help you dissolve them to see more of your future. We can bring them in, we can bring it out. As many of us are brought in to assist you to create, yes, an artificial reality as you are experiencing at this time. This modern reality can be slowly switched off, and we are here to help you build it and then take it down. But not in a way that you feel of fear. It's just you no longer find Yes, the music, all that interesting. Many of you are rejecting music, allowing more of the alien music to come in. That is not fully evolved yet, but it's on its way. And some are asking more of the alien movies and books to come into your reality too. That will slowly find its way in your reality. So yes, we were assisting, yes, your 20th century being built as it was a time for change. So we can say we have cities similar to yours, but not populated. But architectures, inventions to help you build your world. We are assisting because when you no longer need it, we're here to bring a newer or positive reality. Much of your world will be terraformed down the line in no time soon. Basically, you're giving your glimpses to your universe. This is very exciting for us to see that how many of you are willing to allow this to come into your reality, because we are putting this out there. It does not mean it's going to happen tomorrow. Little by little, more alien vibrations. Yes, it's already in your world, but it's not as clear as it could be. As yes, even your culture, your art world is going to shift. It's the astral downloads first. Your architecture is a astral download. Your cars, I believe you understand. Your culture is a download. So we are here to assist in your transformation. Yes, many years in progress, as we are here just to tap into your reality, to show you that we are with you in this transformation. Now realize your buildings, your structures, your homes, realize them at a different vibration, a new architecture energy that attracts higher vibrations, that helps activate you, keeps you open. And that is what the alien worlds, we are all about vibration, to keep our vibrations going. Everything that we don't own anything, but our items that are with us keep us flowing. We are here to teach you this. You will know on your own because you will be downloading this, as this is your future. A gradual one, of course. Some would feel as, yes, it'll be here tomorrow. Far from it. But your architecture will shift, and your earth will go into more of a four-dimensional vibration as you are allowing this to come through. And many of you are. You're visualizing it, I believe, as I speak. Some of you are. Of how that will feel. How will that look. You go to a building, a structure, and feel the high vibrations from it. And you become more alive. You see where it came from. What universe it came from. What star system it came from. Even the names, you can even telepathically connect to the names and connect to that person that brought this structure to you. This is what you're bringing in this environment. It's, yes, souls here are graduating, yes, to the higher dimensions. As yes, as the third dimension is graduate, it is staying still as you are bringing a new environment here. One of not fear. So many are holding on to fear. Yes, those are old ideas. Because their grandfathers and great-grandfathers had fear. I don't know, that's all I know. What we are telling you is to trust the universe, trust yourselves. As yes, we realize many are still going through a great amount of difficulties, yes. Your homeless people are going through a lot of difficulties, but they are brave, so are you. You're going to connect to more to those of your homeless, and more of your homeless tell you, I told you so. As your world made life so complicated. But that's many lessons to be understood. Because many of those homeless people are going to have a great amount of stories about your world to tell other worlds. And how they see things. And how much they learned and how much they taught your planet. To take it easy. Yes, life in communities, to take all material possessions and throw it all out, and just to make friends. and attract what you need. Yes, own a bare bones reality. Now, not everyone's going to go into this direction, far from it. We are just telling you the alien beings are here already, and so are you, but many are tapping into a lot stronger than some of you. But basically, yes, you'll be connecting to high vibrational energies to rebuild your society without fear. We realize there's a lot of anger in your reality of everything. That's a reptilian way. That is the human way. There is reptilian there, but mostly it's the human. But there is a reptilian to basically confuse the mind. But eventually you're going to get tired of being miserable and look for some happiness. And then you will find us. You're already, of course. Blessings to you all. Alright. Much love, everyone. See you tomorrow.